Hi students, today I am going to explain what is ionic bond. In the last video I explained what is covalent bond. Now I am explaining what is ionic bond. What is ionic bond? A chemical bond formed due to electrostatic attraction between stable ions formed by complete transfer of electrons from one atom to another. So when there are two atoms, there will be a transfer of electrons. In a covalent bond, there will be sharing of electrons. But in a ionic bond, there will be transfer of electrons, complete transfer of electrons from one atom to the another, so that there will be a electrostatic attraction between these stable ions. So an ionic bond is formed, and they are called ions. What they are called? Ions. So ion means it is an atom or group of atoms which is charged. How it is charged? Because of lose or gain of electrons. So one will transfer to other. So it will lose the electrons, and for example NaCl, when they are combining, so sodium will give one electron to the chlorine. So it is losing the electron and it is gaining the electron. So they will get charges like negative charge, positive charge, like this. So they are called ions. Next, let's take one example to clarify this. Sodium chloride, NaCl. So sodium is Na, its atomic number is 11. So I wrote the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So here it should be 3s2 to form a complete shell. But one electron is deficient. So to make it stable, it will transfer to chlorine, which has the atomic number 17. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So it should be 3p6, so that it is completely filled. 6 plus 2, 8. Octet rule. Yes, in the last video I told what is octet rule. In the outermost shell, it should have 8 electrons. But it is having only 7 electrons, chlorine. It want 1 electron. So to attain a stable configuration, and it should lose this electron to attain a stable configuration. So it will be having 8 here if it loses this. So like this, to attain a stable configuration, the sodium will transfer the extra electron to this, so that it is completely filled and a bond is formed between sodium and chloride. Because it is giving one electron, it will become positive charge, Na plus. Why it will become plus? Because electron is a negative charge. When it gives, it will become positive. So plus, and it is taking the electron, chlorine. So when it accepts the electron, more negativity will be coming. So it will become minus. So and these are ions, Na plus and Cl minus. So this is the ionic bond. After the transfer of electrons, it should attain inert gas configuration, or at least pseudo inert gas configuration. So let's see how the formation of ionic compounds takes place. For example, cation, anion. Cation is plus charge, anion is minus charge. For example, Na plus Cl minus. So atom C, first atom C, gives up an electron. So it will give one electron. So one or more electrons, it gives electron. How it will give electron? By absorbing. So by absorbing energy equal to ionization energy. So how it will give electron? By taking some energy. So energy is absorbed by C, a cation, and it will become C plus by giving an electron. Yes. Next, second step is, let's go for anion. So when this is giving electron, it should accept the electron. So A picks up this electron, release it from the C, and forms A minus, and it will release some energy, and that energy is nothing but electron affinity. So it will absorb the energy, cation, and give electron. Anion will take the electron and release energy. So in the last step, it will become C plus and A minus because of oppositely charged. Electrostatic force of attraction will be there between these two, and they will combine to form a ionic bond is formed between the atoms. So here the heat is released. So it is an exothermic reaction where heat is equal to minus E square by Rc plus Ra minus. Cation's radius, anion's radius, and so R means radius. So minus E square by Rc plus Ra minus. That is the heat released. Then here I will explain what is lattice energy connected to this. So the decrease in energy takes place in the process of bringing ions from an infinite distance to the equilibrium position in a stable lattice is called lattice energy. So when we take two atoms, so they will be at infinite distances. In some distance, they will not be in a correct position. So to bring it into the correct position so that they both react to each other and to form ions. So that energy is called, so it will be, the energy will be used for this and the energy will be decreased. And that energy is nothing but lattice energy. So the decrease in the energy that takes place in the process of bringing the ions, bringing the two ions from the distance to the equilibrium position to form a lattice structure. It is called lattice energy. So why I am explaining this lattice energy? To explain Born-Haber cycle. So it is a very important in ionic bond. So what is Born-Haber cycle? So a Born-Haber cycle can be explained in two forms. A direct combination is there, in this only one step. In alternate process, in this 5 steps are there. So what is direct combination means? Direct combining of M, solid, and gas. Half X2 is a gas. These two are combined to form a MX. So that is the product formed solid. So it is a single step reaction and the energy equal to the heat of formation of MX. So while combining both M and X, so to form MX, energy is released, heat is released. So it is an exothermic reaction. So this is the direct combination form. But alternate process, it have 5 steps. First one is sublimation. Next one is dissociation, ionization, conversion, and last is combination. Yes, no? Let's see this. First is sublimation. So first what happens? The solid M, 1 mole of solid, it will absorb some energy, and that energy is nothing but sublimation energy. So it will absorb this sublimation energy. And what is sublimation? We know, direct conversion of solid into gas without going into liquid state. So that energy it will absorb and convert it directly into gas. As it is taking energy, it is an endothermic reaction. So we know what is exothermic and endothermic reactions. Exothermic means the energy is released during a chemical reaction. What is the endothermic means? Taking absorption of energy while chemical reaction takes place. So here energy is absorbed. Sublimation energy is absorbed. So it is a endothermic reaction. So M solid, it will take sublimation energy and is converted into M gas. Solid form is converted into gas form. Next is dissociation of half X2 gas to X gas. Half X2 gas by absorbing energy, which is nothing but dissociation energy, converted into X2 gas. This is the second step. After that, ionization. So what happens? This M gas which is formed, it absorbs energy, that nothing but ionization energy, and it will lose electrons. I already told, in the ionic bond formation, the cation will lose the electron. Same. Here M is cation, it will lose the electron by taking ionization energy, and it will form M plus. When it lose the electron, it will get positive. It will become positive ion. So M plus gas plus electron is released. And again we will see this one. Conversion of X gas into X minus. When it is giving electron, someone should accept. That is nothing but here X. So it is accepting electron, and so what it is released? It will release the energy nothing but electron affinity. So the energy here released is electron affinity. So energy released is equal to electron affinity, because the energy is released here. It is an exothermic reaction. So now cation, anion both are formed. Cation is M plus gas and anion is X minus gas. Both are formed. After forming, they should get combined to form a MX solid. That is the 5th step. Combination of M plus grams and X minus grams to form MX solid. So energy released in lattice energy. So what is the energy released here? It is lattice energy. I already told what is lattice energy. The energy which is decreased, which is used up in bringing the ions into an equilibrium position to get paired, so to form a molecule, so mx. So that is nothing but lattice energy which is released. Yes, no, as the energy is released, it is also an exothermic reaction. We will see in the diagram, we will get easily. So what is the first purpose? M solid plus half X2 gas which is combined to form mx solid. So this is the whole total energy. And first step is we know. So sublimation energy it will take and convert M solid into M gas. Next second step, half X2 is dissociated to form X, yes, no, which is a gas. Next third step is here. First, second, third. The gas which is formed M gas, it will take ionization energy and it will lose the electron to form M plus gas. So which is the electron which is released, it will be taken by X gas to form X minus gas. So here electron affinity is created. That is the fourth step. And fifth step is here these two will combination to form a mx. So solid. Here the lattice energy is released. This is the fifth step. So like this first, second, third, fourth, fifth steps we can draw. And even with an example we can do it. And the total heat released is nothing but sublimation energy, ionization energy, dissociation energy, electron affinity plus lattice energy. So all these if we add, that is nothing but the total heat which is produced. So like this we can explain. Thank you.